Now, I've been lambasting tiny hands, so who has leapt to his defence? It's the governess, Amy, in Hove. Go ahead, Amy.
George, hello.
Hi.
Did you know I was going to call you? How can I resist?
Well, I can't resist your voice, and neither can a growing number of your fans who don't actually agree with you, but they just love your voice and your loyalty. You stand by your man. So go on, stand by him. Or have you decided you've had enough?
The hell will freeze over, George.
Go on.
As far as I know, it's still burning brightly, unfortunately. Well, this whole thing, the whole storm in a teacup about the video, the retweeting.
Why is that a storm in a teacup now?
Well, because these videos have been on the YouTube for ages, and in actual fact, I'd like to know who disputed the veracity of the poor boy who got beaten up.
Amy, don't make a fool of yourself now.
No, I'm not going to. Who discovered that it wasn't...
everybody in Amsterdam, everybody in the Netherlands.
Who?
And
wait a minute. I'm not an immigrant. I'm actually first generation or second generation.
The Dutch government stated he was not a migrant. He was born in Amsterdam. He was not a Muslim.
What was he?
I don't know what he was, but he was not a Muslim.
But how do we know? That's the problem, George.
He was not a Muslim. He had never been a Muslim. And so
don't know that.
I do know it.
Well,
I do know it. I do know that he was not a Muslim. I even know what he was, but I'm not going to tell you because I'm not going to tell you because it's completely irrelevant what he was. What he was a violent thug.
Okay, let's go with. We could, actually have loads and loads of videos showing our dear migrants beating people up and causing all sorts of...
Have you ever looked for videos of people beating migrants up? Migrants that beat people up.
Any.
Look, Amy.
I haven't found any, George. Have you seen them?
Really? Oh, you've never known of Asian... You never heard of the grandfather in Birmingham that was stabbed in the back and murdered on his way home from the mosque a couple of years ago? Because I've spoken several times to his children.
Are you sure it wasn't by another Muslim?
No, it wasn't by another Muslim. It was by a fascist.
George, now calm down, George.
No, because you're making me angry.
I don't want to make you angry,
Joe Cox, a mother of two young children. Joe Cox, a mother of two young children, was murdered by somebody shouting Britain first.
No, put Britain first, apparently. It's never been confirmed, George. That's just another fake news story that's never been
all right, let me accept your version. He was stabbing her to death, shouting, "Put Britain first."
It's got nothing to do with Britain First, the political party.
Are you a supporter of Britain First?
Actually, I was on a march there where I got hit by a brick by somebody who was in the Stop Fascism group that hit me in the chest with a brick.
Amy,
I was minding my own business, George.
Amy,
yes.
all is becoming clear. You're not as nice as you sound.
I am, George.
No, you're not. Not if you were on a march for Britain First, no.
But you see, this is the thing: it's how the media portray groups that don't agree with the political sway of the media and the government. Oh, my dog's getting excited now. She's getting cross.
Look, there are fascist organisations in Britain and in the United States.
Well,
if Theresa May had tweeted...
Islam is a fascist organisation, is that right? Isn't it, George?
Well, first of all, it's not an organisation. It's a religion.
Ideology, sorry.
It's a religion with 1.8 billion adherents.
It's an ideology, George.
No,
it's not a religion. There's nothing religious about it. Unless they do mention God in the Quran, but that's about all. That's about as close as it can possibly come. As far as the practice goes, there's nothing religious about what they do.
Did you really just say that? They do mention God in the Quran?
Well, Allah they mention. Which is the same person as God, but they, reinterpret things a slightly different way than we do, than Christians do. But, I've read the Quran, George, and I know all that's going on around us, all the Christmas markets that have to have blockades up on them,
But that's to defend against
Islam.
terrorists.
Sorry? Terrorists.
Well, look, this is the end of a beautiful friendship,
No,
Amy.
George.
I feel
No, George.
no, Amy.
No.
I feel like a man that's just discovered his wife's infidelity. You've broken my heart.
George.
I can no longer entertain you. I'm afraid that was the last we'll hear of Amy in Hove, at least on my show, because I don't want to give a platform to Britain First. I don't want to give a platform to people who spew religious hatred like you've just heard from Amy in Hove. It's the end, Amy, of what could have been a beautiful friendship. The second hour is almost up, but the third hour beckons. This is the mother of all talk shows. I will be here until 10 o'clock, as I am every Friday night between 7 and 10, and even the odd stand-in duty too. And there's a cold snap still to come, so there may be more of those. George Galloway, stay tuned.